Hi everyone, welcome back. So we are going to be reacting to a music video by Moonchild, with Jill Scott and Rapsody. Wow, oh my god. And this was requested by Ty Winter. So thank you so much to Ty for your request, and let's get into it.
I'm not sorry that you tried to rewrite the story, but you forgot to check your math. I'm not sorry you don't wanna do this without me and still chose to treat me so bad. I'm not sorry, 'cause you're gonna get what you give, and what you've been given, it stays small, stay. No, I'm not sorry that all my hard work's been paying up, and I forgot to pick up your slack. I'm not your fixer. I'm not gonna spend my Saturday apologizing for your mess. I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother or your wife. I'm not your source of happiness. But most of all, I'm not sorry.
Hello, you've reached the Waves hotline. This is your operator. If you have a complaint, please press 1 and leave a message. We'll make sure to get it to your mama. If you're looking for an apology, please hang up now.
I think this bitch blessed blocking me from her blessings. Manipulation don't work the same like it used to. She got boundaries I can't get around. I'm not too pop. She prioritizing herself. She talking more to God. She holding me accountable. She say I'm not her job. She say in order to be whole, I gotta play my part. Why can't she piece me all together? Ain't she good at art? I don't like her clarity. Her freedom disturbing my flaws.
Oof, come on.
Damn. Yo, disconnection, my redirection, I self-corrected. Spent too much time accepting less than my weight in metal. Looking at my feet and I'm missing petals. Where my roses, y'all been posing. You don't love me the way that you say, I know it. Pulling at my strings, everybody got motives. What you need, you want from me without reciprocity. I'm the only one that I owe an apology for putting up with sorry motherfuckers disturbing my peace. You bitch.
I'm not your fixer.
I'm not your fixer.
I'm not gonna spend my Saturday apologizing.
Open the blinds, open your eyes.
I'm not your mother or your wife.
I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother. And I ain't sorry. I'm not at all. Not even a little bit. Feels so good to me. I'm happy to be free and alive. And a vibe. And a vibe. And I'm not sorry. On a star, on a fast, on a bird, on a plane. You could wish on anything, anything, but you ain't gon' baby. I'm not sorry. Sweet as I am, I'm not sorry. I feel better. I feel better.
Oh my god, come on. What a tune. First of all, I've never heard of Moonchild before, and like, what? Her voice, like, the breathiness of her voice is insane. Is like, I'm not sorry. It's like her tone as well, and like, Oh, what a beautiful song. What a song as well. Like, the lyrics of this song was actually insane. And I love Rhapsody. Like, I haven't listened to much. There's just one particular album that I listened to of Rhapsody, and I haven't listened to any others. I don't know what. I don't know why. I think I was just in a phase of listening to Rhapsody, and then I hadn't listened to any more um after that. But this is a new song. Well, not really new. It's like 11 months old. But yeah. Wow, what a tune. And then flipping Jill Scott's bit, like the lyrics as well, like everything about it. I love the video too. I love the concept of like them in the TV and like the purple colors. Like I feel like purple's quite like a spiritual color, and well, all colors are really, aren't they? But it's just purple has this feeling of like awareness. And, you know, it's the color of the third eye, the ajna, the third eye chakra, you know. And for me, it's always like this kind of a higher perspective and seeing everything clearly. And I feel like this song is definitely about that, like finally seeing things kind of clearly and being like, you know, wanting your peace. And I love the lyrics of this song. Like what are the lyrics? Like Moonchild's lyrics, Rhapsody's lyrics, are like her bars, like Jill Scott. It was just a beautiful, vibey song, like that sounds good, that has all the elements that I love about a song, which is nice harmonies. And like I love when artists, like singers, collaborate with rappers and hip hop artists like Rapsody. And like Rapsody's just amazing. Rapsody's just got this like, she's got this, I don't know, I mean, I guess to be a rapper you kind of have to have this confidence, like, do you know what I mean? And you have to know, like, you have to be able to talk your shit, you know what I mean, and really talk it with confidence. And I feel like she does that amazingly. Or that's why I love her so much, and it's kind of motivated me and inspired me to kind of go back and kind of listen to her newer stuff and things like that. And especially this song. This song's gonna be on repeat. But I loved the harmonies. At this point was amazing. Well, I think the harmonies just before that as well. But this is the only time sub that I put down.
I'm not at all, not even a little bit. Feels so good to me. I'm happy to be free and alive.
And one thing about Jill Scott, like, she's so versatile. She's one of those artists that is insanely versatile with her voice. Like, yeah, she's a singer, and like she's definitely has a jazzy vibe to her voice. But even like the kind of octaves and the tonings that she chooses to use in her vocals, like they're very different with different songs that I've heard her sing. That she's very versatile. And yeah, she's like, even though she's one of the OGs, you know, Jill Scott is like an OG, you know what I mean? At least of my kind of era, I guess you could say. But she's so versatile. She's so able to, like, she collabs with different artists, and she's just amazing. She's got such a, yeah, she's just so versatile and so able to, like, she definitely really mastered her instrument of her voice, you know what I mean? And I feel like, wow, I just love Moonchild as well. She's a vibe. What a vibe. Like,
Still chose to treat me so bad.
oof, so bad. It's crazy to me, like when artists have such breathy voices like that, and then still able to do a lot like runs and stuff. I just feel like that's like always amazing to me. I feel like there's such a uniqueness to their voices that I feel like is very much, I think everyone's voices to an extent is like God given, and obviously a lot of it is, you know, perfecting and depending, because some people are just born with like pipes, you get me? But I feel like people that not necessarily lean into, like, artists and singers that lean into their authenticity and lean into their, you know, not necessarily, like, they kind of defy that stereotype of, okay, to be a good singer you have to be able to belt, you have to be loud, you have to be able to do this, da, 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 da. But it's like there's not really one size fits all, you know, with singing, I feel like. And even just with creativity in general, I think creativity is very much about tapping into your authenticity in whatever capacity that is. But I feel like yeah, I always like to see artists like Moonchild, because I feel like it's just inspiring, because I feel like they've really tapped into that authenticity and they've embraced it. And that's probably why they, having the collaborations they have and getting the being validated in the spaces by these greats, well, Jill Scott Rhapsody is like, I guess newer in terms of the greats, so I guess you could say, but she's great in her own right, you know what I mean? But yeah, and I just feel like when you're authentic, like you attract people that are also authentic, and you can just create amazing music, which this song is just sick. The song is so good, like I'm obsessed. I love the vibe of it. Let's have a little look at the lyrics, because there was some lyrics in there I was like, oh my god, like yes. And I feel like that's for me. Obviously, I've never heard of Moonchild before. This is the first time, and obviously, listened to Jill Scott and listened to Rhapsody. But one thing I really love about Rhapsody is her lyrics, her bars. I feel like she's just got an amazing flow, and she's got such a I just always like the lyrics that she brings. I just feel like they're really like, I don't like the word woke. I don't want to use the word woke, but they're always very elevated mindset and very much about, she's just really aware of shit. It's like conscious rap. That's basically what I was going for. And that's what I like. I love conscious rappers, and she's definitely one of my favorites. And like I said, kind of inspired me now to continue to listen to Rhapsody. And why is the Rhapsody bit? That's so strange. Is that not like the original? Oh, here we go. Oh, I love when they put the lyrics at the end. The lyrics are so good, man. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm not sorry that you tried to rewrite the story, but you forgot to check your math. I'm not sorry you don't want to do this without me and still chose to treat me so bad. I'm not sorry, because you're going to get what you give. And what you've been giving is stay small, stay back. Ooh, I'm not sorry that all my hard work's been paying off and I forgot to pick up your slack. That right there, that last bar, well, lyric actually, because this is Moonchild singing here, but I'm not sorry that all my hard work is paying off and I forgot to pick up your slack. Some people are just like feel entitled to you because you're the hard worker and you're the one that, worked hard for your stuff, and people want to benefit from that. And then when you start sort of like, when your actual hard work starts paying off and you start to receive all these, the abundance that that is rightfully yours because you've worked hard for it. Do you know what I mean? And then you stop picking up people's slack because you realize, actually, in order to achieve this success, this abundance, you have to put boundaries up with the people that are just like these like energy vampires. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what a tune. I'm not your fixer. I'm not going to spend my Saturday apologizing for your mess. I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother or your wife. I'm not your source of happiness. Ooh, that rhyme there. But most of all, I'm not sorry. Hello, you've reached the Waves hotline. If you have a complaint, please press 1 and leave a message. We'll make sure to get it to your mama. I think this is Rapsidy's bit. We'll make sure to get it to your mama. If you're looking for an apology, please hang up now. I love that. I think that's so funny. That's what I really like about Rapsody. She's got this humor in her writing, but then I feel like humor is definitely a powerful way to communicate. And it kind of, I feel like, not always, but I think me at least, I'm someone that I like to make jokes. I like to kind of, I just like to make jokes about. I like banter. I like that kind of stuff. And that's kind of how I like to understand things. And I feel like I understand things better when there's like this level of humor involved in it, or this level of like, sometimes I like to understand things deeper and without humor. But I feel like some people like myself and probably many others tend to understand things better, or tend to receive like knowledge, wisdom, information, or whatever it is better when there's this level of humor. And I feel like Rapsody does that really well in her bars. Like, she adds this level of jokiness, of humor, which I think, I guess it depends on, to be honest, what kind of rapper you are. But there are elements in rap music that rappers have this level of confidence that they feel confident enough to make a joke about things even though they're talking about something serious. I hope that makes sense. But I just really like that, particularly about Rapsody. But I think this bitch bless. Ooh, I think this bitch bless blocking. Ooh, a lot of alliteration there. I think this bitch bless blocking from her blessings. I think this bitch bless blocking from her blessings. She's selfish. Manipulation don't work the same like it used to. She got, oh, see, this is what I'm saying. She got boundaries. I didn't even hear that bit, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this song is all about those boundaries, those healthy boundaries between people that just want to suck the energy out of you and want to benefit from what you've worked hard to achieve. Do you know what I mean? And I love this song. This is one of those motivating songs for me. Thank you so much, Ty, for introducing me to this. She got boundaries. I can't get around. I'm not Tupac. I get around. She prioritizes herself. Ooh, she talking to more to God. Woo, she holding me accountable. She says I'm not her job. She say, in order to be whole, I gotta play my part. Why can't she piece me all together? Ain't she good at art? Ooh, come on now. I don't like her clarity, her freedom disturbing my flaws. Oh my god, literally, bro. Like, I really like the perspective that she's coming from. She's literally speaking from those people that we need to put boundaries up against, you know? That's how I feel that she's this perspective that she's coming from. And she kind of switches between that perspective, which I think is really cool. Why can't she piece me all together? Ain't she good at art? That right there is crazy. I don't like her clarity, her freedom disturbing my flaws. Yeah, man. Crazy. Your disconnection, my redirect. Yeah, this is still her bit. Your disconnection, my redirection, I self-corrected. Spent too much time accepting less than my weight in metal, looking at my feet, and I'm pissing. I'm missing petals. I'm dead. Why did I say that? Looking at my feet, I'm missing petals. Where my roses? Y'all been posing. You don't love me the way that you say I know it. Pulling at my strings, everybody got motives. Literally, what you need, you want from me without reciprocity. I'm the only one that I owe an apology for putting up with sorry motherfuckers disturbing my peace. You know, I just love this whole thing. That I feel like this just hit me right where I need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not your fixer. Yeah, I'm not going to... Ooh, it's tipping it down here. I'm not going to spend my Saturday apologizing. I'm not going to spend my Saturday night. Open the blinds, open your eyes. I'm not your mother or your wife. I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother. I think like this definitely, I think potentially is like talking about a man, but I feel like, or like the romantic partner or men trying to kind of, you know, whatever it is. But I feel like I also get a vibe of like just people in general, like whether that's friends or family, you know. And then I'm not your fixer, and I ain't sorry, I'm not at all, not even a little bit. Feels so good to be happy, to be free and live a vibe, and I'm not sorry, which I hold it on for, let it go. On a star, on a fish, on a bird, on a plane. You can wish on anything, but you ain't gonna be me. Oh, I love that bit. I'm not sorry, sweet as I am. I'm not sorry. I feel better. What a tune. Wow, I love this tune. This is definitely one of those songs that's just like a feel good song when you're wanting to just feel like a bad bitch. For me at least. Anyways, this is one of those songs I feel like, yeah, it's like, what a tune. Let's have a little look at the context if there is any. Because what a tune, man. So it's a smooth neo-soul and R&B empowerment anthem about setting boundaries, reclaiming personal power, and refusing to apologize for prioritizing one's own peace. I needed to hear this. I feel like, thank you so much. I love when things just happen like in divine timing, because I definitely needed to hear this today, you know. So Amber Navran, which I'm guessing is... Oh, so Moonchild is the band. And then Amber Navran is the singer. So sets the tone by singing against toxic expectations and emotional labor. Jill Scott adds rich, resonant vocal presence, while Rapsody delivers sharp, grounded rap verses, focusing on self accountability and spiritual grounding. Inspiration: the Los Angeles neo soul trio, Amber Navarro, Max Brick, and Andres Matson noted that Jill Scott and Rapsody were lifelong musical inspirations, making the collaboration a landmark realization for the group. Aw, that's nice. Yeah, what a tune, man. Thank you so much to Ty for requesting this. I'm really grateful. If anybody else does have a request, there is a link in the description to send any over. But obviously, comment your thoughts down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye.